Hey guys, it's Silver Snorlax. I'm back today with something a little bit different. I'm doing a review video. I'm going to be going over the Monster Protectors binder. I'm going to be going over the pros and cons, and hopefully this video will help you decide whether or not this binder is right for you. So, let's start off. Probably one of the biggest pros about this thing is how the pages are done. You'll notice the pages are actually sewn directly into the binder itself, so the odds of them falling out are pretty much zero. Additionally, another big reason people like to buy these binders is because of the way the individual pockets of the binder are done. You don't load in from the top like you would with a traditional binder. What you do is you actually load in from the side. So, as you can see here, I already have a few cards in here. When you load in from the side, it's much harder for them to fall out versus traditional binders. I'll give it a quick shake and show you. As you can see, almost none of those cards moved, except maybe Volbeat here. But that moved maybe a quarter inch, so that doesn't count. But good binder to run around with, travel with. Additionally, I've seen other reviews on YouTube, people who state the binder is relatively anti-theft because people can't come by and lift a card straight out from the top. I don't find this to be true because it takes all of 2 seconds in order to remove a card. So folks that state it's anti-theft, I disagree with. That is something to be aware of, though. It just loads a little bit differently. Additionally, I've also seen other reviews that state the binder can take a knife. This cover can take a knife. It definitely can't. It's not made to do that. It is a very thick, nice, durable plastic, but there's no way it's taking a sharp object anytime soon, so don't try to test that theory. It's not going to work. It is a nice binder, however. It is very quality based. And you'll notice here how I have my cards. I'm actually using white Ultra Pro sleeves around them. And what that does is it kind of adds a little bit to the aesthetic look. That white against the black page itself really helps those cards to pop a little bit. So that is something to be wary of. Now, if you don't want to spend the money on the Ultra Pro sleeves, here's an idea of what your cards would look like without them. They're a little bulkier and a little roomier. There's more black. The cards don't necessarily pop as much, but it still holds them very well. And it actually holds them. I forgot to show you guys this. You'll notice on the page itself, you'll see how the black background has little dots on it like you might see on a football or a basketball, something like that. What that is a rubber padding, and that holds the cards in place even better. So in addition to loading from the side, the binder is made to hold the cards in place. That's why when I shook it, we hardly saw anything happen. So that's a big pro right there as well. Let's go over some of the cons a little bit. Probably the biggest con about Monster Protectors is that the binders are pretty expensive. You can find them as low as $30, and I've seen them go as high as 45-ish. So that is something to be aware of. Additionally, another con to this is that the binder only holds 360 cards. At least that's what it's advertised to hold, is 360 cards. And another review that I saw online, actually I saw a couple, also stated this: when you fill the binder to capacity, this will start to bulge a little bit. Now you'll notice I already have like five pages of cards in here, and you can already see this thing starting to bulk out a little bit. All these other pages are blank. What will happen is if all the pages are filled to capacity, this thing will start to bulk out and it won't look quite as sleek. So something that I would recommend is only filling it halfway, like what I'm doing here. You can see I only have one side filled and the other side I'm leaving blank. I'm going to see if that will work or not. We'll see. Part of the reason it's already starting to bulk so much is because I already have an additional sleeve around these. So that's a couple of things to be aware of. The binder will not hold that many cards, and it is fairly expensive. But if you are going to buy this kind of binder, Keep in mind that it's better off for smaller collections versus, say, Collector's Album or Ultra Pro binders, which are made to hold bulk collections. So this kind of binder, great for smaller collections, displays the cards really nicely. You should only fill it about halfway, but you can hold it to 360. It does truly hold that. I've seen that in other reviews, and yeah, really cool binder. So yeah, guys, if you like this review video, maybe leave me a thumbs up, maybe leave me a comment, let me know what you want to know. I'll see what I can do. I do plan on making other review videos in the future, so yeah, thanks a lot, guys, and I'll be uploading again soon.